Welcome back to Black Girl Depressed Podcast, episode 2. Today I really don't know, honestly, what I want to talk about. I just felt the need to just get on here and just, I guess, kind of be transparent. These past 2 weeks have been hard, frustrating, annoying, just a lot, and it could be because of this quarantine. Like, we've been in the house for X amount of days, which again is crazy because I don't mind being home. I think being home, though, you're just kind of in your thoughts. So the more you're in your thoughts, it's just you have to kind of deal with things. I guess that's what it is. Now I have to deal with things. Now I have to face things. Now I have to actually sit back and say, now is the time to fix this, and that. I realize as of late that, one, I'm too available for people. Two, I'm too concerned about everybody else's feelings versus mine. Meaning, people closest to me know that I deal with my depression. But I guess it's one of them things where it's just like I'm always asking everybody else, are they okay? And nobody asks me, am I okay? So then it gets to a point where you sit back and think like, damn, I'm always asking everybody else, are they okay? But nobody sits back and be like, oh, you're good. I'm not asking anybody to baby me. I'm a grown-ass woman. But it's nice to know that the people you're around at least care about you, check up on you. It's nice to know that people give a fuck. I think that's just what it is. It shouldn't just be like, oh, I talk to you when I need something, or you just can't assume that I'm okay because I put on this persona that I'm okay, especially if you already know, in a sense. I'm not saying you have to be a mind reader, but I think you guys will get the gist of what I'm saying. Like, I think it's just a general thing. When you care about somebody, you care about people. I mean, you just check up on them. And especially in a time like this, I've reached out to people, check up on them. Nobody does it for me. I'm like, these are trying times. These are times when you actually have to make sure people are okay. Not even people just with mental health, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody, because it can be frustrating and can be tough. People have lost jobs. People, I hope that, these apartment buildings are actually keeping, in their thoughts that people can't pay rent because, they say technically you can't evict people. But I pray, I pray that people still have roof over their head and, et cetera, are able to buy food, because who knows if this process of, food stamps and unemployment, if that's a speedy process. I'm not sure. I don't know, because thank God I'm blessed to still be able to work. But I check up on people and I make sure they are okay, because these are things that people are going through, real life situations. And I know that this could be stressful. I guess this podcast is just to say, it's okay to check up on people, but at some point, if you're dealing with your own shit, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, whatever, and nobody does the same for you, you got to sit back and be like, okay, now it's time to be selfish. Now it's time to be like, fuck you. Because in this moment, with the fuck we're going through, it's really okay to be like, fuck you. Especially if people are showing you that they don't give a fuck about you. Because you ain't doing shit. So if I'm checking up on you, I know you ain't doing shit. Granted, people got kids, people got other responsibilities, you get what I'm saying? I'm not saying, but 9 times out of 10, you ain't really doing too motherfucking much. So it doesn't hurt to check up on other people too. It doesn't hurt. It's a phone call, a text, whatever. Like, even with you with grandparents, not just friends or whoever, just like grandparents, moms, dads, whoever. It doesn't hurt to check on people. I've talked to my grandmother mostly every day in the past few weeks because she's by herself, in the house. So it's just like, you just gotta make sure people okay. And this podcast, I know it wasn't really I didn't really plan it to just be this, but something in me just said, just talk to people. Like, check up on people that you care about. Check up on your loved ones. If you feel stressed out, go for a run, go for a walk, start writing. My therapist told me, to start writing in my journal, which I have 50 of them, and I don't write any of them. But I actually started writing when I'm frustrated, which has been a lot, and I feel hopeless. I've literally just started writing my journal. Angry thoughts, happy thoughts, confused thoughts, just thoughts. I just started writing them down. Like, it's actually helping. I went out and bought me a freaking blender because I've been meaning to do that for a while. So it's just like certain things, if you can, something that you've been meaning to do, go do it. Get your mind off of, things for a while. Want to go outside and run, do that. If you don't want to run, walk, do that. Even if you just binge watch TV or something, which I'm pretty sure people are tired of doing that, honestly. But just for your mental health, and find ways to not think about things, or not even that. Like, if you are thinking about it, just find ways to not dig yourself in a deeper depression. Again, I'm still battling with that. Even like some days for me are better than others. I cried my ass off last night. It's just some days are better than others. It's nothing like you could try so hard, like that you can. Therapy helps too. Actually, if you have insurance, there's this app, Teledoc, TELEDOC, where you can actually set up, behavioral health appointments through there. It's really easy to set up. It doesn't take nothing. Just sign up. Find you have options. Find someone you can pick from. Men, women, different races, background. You could read their profile, see what you are comfortable with. And even if after the first session you don't like the therapist that you chose, you could pick somebody else. So it's a good app. I actually like the person that I chose from the first time, so I've been sticking it out with her. It's been really helpful. She's because my therapist is very transparent. It's easy to talk to her. She doesn't down me. She doesn't make me feel bad about having depression. She doesn't make me feel, any way. She's actually giving me, tips and things to do to help me just cope with a lot of it. And of course, deal with past trauma, because we all have it. So I think that's another thing too. If you've been meaning to seek therapy and you haven't, like me, because I've been brushing it off for the past 3-4 years, and I finally said, you know what, it's time. Teledoc is a great app to think about, to go on. You could do it. I haven't done it on my computer, but you may have. I've just downloaded the app on my phone, so it's basically like FaceTime. That's another good option. But this podcast is just to say, we don't know how long it's going to last, but just hang in there, even if you want to do a blog or podcast yourself, that may help to like get things off your chest, be more vocal about it. Talk to people if you can, vent, anything that will just help you ease your mind during the time being, because I'm seeing reports of, increased suicides, and it kind of hurts my heart because a lot of these people are kind of young. So anything that would just get your mind off of it, just please do that. Stay strong, and talk to those that are close to you, that you feel comfortable with, and that will actually listen to you. And just try to be around people that, that you can, if it's possible, that care about you. It's good to be around people that, you could feel love from. And even if you can't be around them, call them, text them, whatever, FaceTime. But it's very important in these times that you be around people that support you and understand you. And it's okay to be selfish. If the people you are reaching out to are not reaching back out, that means that, hey, maybe they're not just meant to be in your life anymore. But also another good thing, it's always a great thing, is to, pray to God. If you feel like he's not listening, trust me, he is. He will give you a sign. He will show you something that he is listening and that he got you. So always stay prayed up. Even if you feel down, he's not judging you. He knows these are tough times for a lot of people, for a lot of us. So stay prayed up is especially the most important thing that you can do in times like this, because he's been honestly getting me through. I've been having dreams so vivid lately, it don't even make sense. And I feel like that's, a form of communication between me and God. So stay prayed up. Go run and get some fresh air, because I know being in the house is like choking from not having fresh air. But go outside, get some air, breathe. If you have kids, just find ways to keep them active or do like activities together. My coworker actually gave me an idea. She was doing arts and crafts with her nephew. They made tie-dye shirts, and she even made a tie-dye sweatsuit for him, which I thought was pretty cool, actually. So yeah, like do little things like that. Like just keep yourself occupied, keep yourself motivated through something. And thank you guys for listening again to me ranting. I appreciate those who listen to, my first podcast. Yeah. Hope you guys stay safe, and, please, 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 please try to keep a clear head. And definitely, if any of you guys want to seek therapy, tell a doc. TELEDOC is a great option for you guys. And I will see you on my next podcast.